Reviewing the Lego Death Star 10188. Now this is a set that has been running for almost 6 years now, so it's one of Lego Star Wars' theme's more impressive products. It is 3,803 pieces. The instruction booklet has 260 pages, it's A3 and it's ring bound. To buy the instruction booklet on its own on eBay would set you back around about £40. To buy this set is probably one of the best decisions you'll make if you're a Lego Star Wars fan. The playability of it is just incredible. 2 elevators, removable ships, cranes, 24 minifigures, 6 of them which are rare. Just absolutely incredible value for money. It retails in the UK at £279 and in the US I'm pretty sure it's $350. So this review was filmed when I owned the set about 2 years ago, so I was a bit naive then about how to make sure that the Lego reviews were exactly how they should be. So please, no grief for any of the styles or my voice or anything like that, or anything that I say. It was 2 years ago, 2 years younger, etc, etc. My voice probably hadn't broken by then, so please no hate for that. But this is a great set. I'm going to try and show you everything on it that I thought was incredible. Unfortunately no look at the box, I'm afraid, or the instruction booklet, but not really the main point of the set. So sit back and enjoy the video. I hope you watch it to the end and please give us your feedback. Thank you very much.
Here we have the Death Star. And now for the minifigures. Need to be quick because we've only got 4 minutes of battery life left. First row we have C3PO, R2D2, Protocol Droid, very nice, R2Q5, the Assassin Droid, Grand Moff Tarkin, with a very angry looking face, and the interrogation droid. On the second row we have Chewbacca, who can also wear handcuffs. Luke Skywalker with a rifle, Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper outfit with a pistol, Han Solo with a pistol, Han Solo Stormtrooper outfit with a pistol, Princess Leia, who I can't reach him, also wear handcuffs, Obi-Wan Kenobi with his lightsaber, Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber, two of the Death Star troopers with pistols, 2 stormtroopers with pistols, 2 Emperor guards with spears, Emperor Palpatine with his lightning and grumpy face, and Darth Vader with his red lightsaber, who's got a very nice face, and his new design of his chest. Also the mouse droid, very nice. Swamp monster, or Dianoga as other people like to call it, and the little truck. I'm going to start at the base. There isn't really much down here apart from the middle of the elevator shaft there. Goes right to the bottom. And some tin cans. On to the next section of the bottom level. This is a little bit more interesting, as this is the bottom of the gap or chasm that Luke has to swing across. As you can probably see the end of the rope here, and this rubber piece in the back of the elevator in the back as well. This room's just completely empty, there's nothing of any interest in here. Here it's pretty much the same story, just a couple of barrels in the back of the elevator. Okay, on to the next room, or the next floor, should I say. Move the camera out a bit. Okay, start with this. This is the turret that a stormtrooper can sit at. And aim what is quite a large gun, and it's fully movable, moves in all directions, and it's got this big spring-loaded missile on the back. If you just pull the trigger, release it. Very large and packs quite a punch when it hits there, and you just place it back to there you'll hear the click. And this fires quite a considerable distance. I just probably see it fly across the screen like here, and then it hits the floor. Place that back into there, like so. That's pretty much it for this room. Just the fact that this does come quite easily off its base. Do rather like that gun. It's swivel mounted, and in the back just there, if you can see, there we go. 4 guns, rifles should I say, not pistols. Place this back onto its stand. If I can. There we go. Very nice that is. Now on to the next room. Now this is the trash compactor, and I have to say I do like this room. In here you've got Chewbacca with his crossbow. Han Solo with his pistol. And the trash compactor monster Dianoga, or Dianoga, whichever, depending on where you're from. And there is get an aerial shot of the room. There's a lot of debris fiddling around in there, and the door at the back, which is very nice. Now for the interesting bit. Trash compactor doors closing, and that's activated by this little rod up here. Red, which basically you just push in and the doors close. So you can probably see, you just push that lever in. Ooh, somebody it's stopping it. What that is. Oh, piece of debris. I think it will remove that. And push that in. The trash compactor closes. Pull it back out again. Doors open. In. Out. And Han Solo can use this to prop up the door. This little arm, or whatever you want to call it. Just put them in the middle and try and close the doors. Keeps them from closing, but with some force you can. Attempt to take it out. Plonk that back in there. Onto the next section. And here we've got R2-D2 and C-3PO. I'm not having a little gallivant. And I don't know whether you can see, but that little slide there, that, you pull that out to the extent here, and that will open door. I'll do that now. So if you just grab hold of that and slide it out, you'll see the door come out, and push that back in, door goes back in. So if we come back into here, we can watch this, and there's the door, which does lead into the elevator shaft, and I will lower elevator now. There it is. So that whoever unfortunately gets trapped in the elevator, in the trash compactor should I say, can easily escape. Close that door back up. And here is a very neat little contraption. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's turning off the trash compactor. You pull this little arm up and pull it out, and you'll see the blue thing at the top fall down, like so. And the pin comes out of the bottom, so you can push it back up. So grab the pin, push it up, push that back in, down, and it's ready to do it again. That is the only one that does that, because all these are fake. It's mounted on a little platform where the windows are, the chasm, which I'll show you next. This is a very, very big room. There's the bottom. You've got ducks at the top, and here you have Luke, casually swinging across the chasm. And you can see as well, he's got the new printed legs, not featured in many characters, and you'll probably see him fly across as he swings across the... Very nice room here. So obviously he'll swing from one side all the way over to the other. Get quite a lot of Lukes in this set. And this is also very clever as well. Just a little frame. Creates the sides. Very nice. On to the next room. Now there's quite a lot in this room. First of all, let's ride on a crane with the seat and antennae to control it, and the jaws which do open up. So, some little skids, and this little truck has got an opening top, a couple of little gadgets in it, some wheels. Very nice. And just here, where Luke would swing across the chasm, you can see the rope just here. And then there's a higher one. Little ladder can be closed, put back down. And the barrels for detail and the little lights. And you can just see the elevator in the background there. And this is the main thing in this room. The elevator going to the next floor. So, zoom out. Here's the mechanism just here. It's a simple little windy handle. You just wind and it goes up. So I'll show you it going up. I think it's anti-clockwise. Up goes the elevator, it stops and comes back down. Wedge there, back down it goes, back up, and back down. And that does take you up to the next room, and also in the back just there, may or may not be able to see, are the guns at the back of the turret. So now if we got to the next floor, this is quite a large room. Just had to adjust the camera legs there. And just here is where the elevator comes up from the bottom floor. And here we have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Fits together quite easily, it's just pull the wings on, push them back together and on little hinges, and Darth Vader himself goes into there. Oops. And you just close that back up. This is what it is housed on. Little crane rack. Some crates and some landing lights and the door with a droid. Box for somebody like C-3PO or R2-D2 to operate. And just here in the background you should see the elevator come up. There we go. And this window just there is where Emperor Palpatine looks out to command the Empire. That's pretty much it. That room, and that just sits very gently in on there and it's moved about to the next room. Oops, off goes the middle of the Superlaser. And this is the Superlaser itself. Can be moved from side to side. And here is the door. First of all, this is R2-Q5. Put him back over there. And here we have the door. Just take that Superlaser off so that you can see it better. Yep. And there's quite a lot of detail here with the windows and the knob that turns around. Open and close it. With the computers, the ladder and the door itself. So when you turn that knob, this door, in theory, should open. There we go. Back the other way. Shut it. Very clever little door that is. And this is the mechanism for the Superlaser that controls it. Makes it go up and down. You have the control panel or a Death Star Trooper sit. Some barrels for detail. And the doorway. And onto the next room. Oh, wrong way. And in here you've got little computers on the hinges. Little computers and Han Solo Stormtrooper outfit. Lobbed him on the floor. And Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper outfit. And here we have you turn this knob, make that door open up. And in here you can lob somebody like Han Solo down through that hole into trash compactor. So if I just throw him into there, and he pops into the trash compactor like in the movie. And there's the camera, it's on a little swingy hinge, and another droid box. Now you may not be able to see this door. Oh yeah, that sticker's coming off. there's another knob just here. When you turn this one, opens up that. And you can then trundle on into there to save layer. From her little prison. And here she is. You're also in here. Interrogation droid. On the little thing to make it look like a security. And it's the inside of the cell, and if you turn that, up comes the door. In comes Luke. In comes Luke to save her. Very clever. Just put that back in there. On to the next room. Now this, without a doubt, has to be my favourite room. What with the amount of detail and the things that can happen. And you've got Darth Vader and Luke having a little argument in Emperor's Royal Guards, and Palpatine himself on his little casual swivel chair. Very angry looking. Some details like in the movie, and the lift in the back you'll probably see. So we've got Darth Vader with a new face compared to the other Darth Vaders. Wonder why they changed his face. And Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, and two of the Emperor's Royal Guards, just plain red with the turban on, whatever it is, with a black head. Another one with spears. And then here is Palpatine in his 360 chair. That is the window in the background, just here, that he looks out of onto where the TIE fighter is. Just pull him out. Oh, whole chair comes out with him. Cannot be separated. And he's got his cape off, because I had to take his cape off to get him into his chair. I'll just put that back on. There he is. Focuses. There he is. With his cape on. Nice cape. And he also shoots lightning at his hands. He's attacking Luke. He just simply clip to his hands. He can shoot them at people. Very cool. And these are just little ornamental things that just gather dust. Whoop, not that quite easy to make. And this little thing here, you can flick the leg, put somebody on there and flick the legs, and they fall into the bottomless pit below. So here's a little aerial view from up there. So that's whole. Lovely way to die. So if we just do that bit and put something like a C3PO, just gently stand him onto there. Flick. Takes a couple of attempts, just had to put him on very. There he goes, through the hole. Fall to the bottomless pit of death. Down there to die and do whatever else you do when you're dead. The room is quite large. It's very nice. This leaves little spongy things as guardrails. Whoops. There we go. And there are also little guardrails here. Some people falling out. And little green barrels, blue barrels, the lot. On to the next room. Oh, no, maybe not. Need to go up one. Push that a bit closer. Maybe not. And here you have the little instant turrets, which move by just pushing this lever left and right, and they also go up and down, straight up and straight down, across side to side. Nice. Onto the next room, and this here is the Imperial conference room. There was their business meetings, and all of them have swirly chairs. Every single one. And here we have the mouse droid. Minifigure. And his stormtrooper receiving his orders from Grand Moff Tarkin, the general that Vader nearly chokes. Very angry old face. Pleasant person. One of the first stormtroopers. Simple black head. And elevator is off in the background, and I'll just raise that up now. Here we go. There it is. Got right to the top, and there's little details here like lights and barrels. And the interesting thing is this table just here take the lid off. It's a storage place for guns, handcuffs, lightsabers, stuff like that. And the lid goes on that. On to the next room. And this is not in the set. Another Death Star Trooper. This little spinny command center, and here is what controls the Superlaser. So you have to move that around, up and down, and just put the dish back on. If I just move this back. Back a bit more. So if you turn it right, left, right, and turn it clockwise, it makes it go down. Anti-clockwise, it goes up. Very clever. Just down here. We have the screen Emperor, the Grandma Talking Shoes, Leia, Alderaan, and the range of the Rebel base. The counter on, because it's about to be blown up, and it also swivels. Very clever. On to the next room. Oh, this is the last room. And in here, there's some little tools like screwdrivers, oil stuff, hammers, spanner, and we have the helmets here to put on Luke and Han Solo when they're in their stormtrooper disguise. And there is also a little pot of junk which droids can sift through. And here we have the assassin droid. Rare to the set. Quite like him. And the protocol droid being assessed on the little workbench that moves backwards and forwards. Up and down. You see the elevator in the background, and then there's another swivelly chair behind the tools and a magnifying glass that goes up and down at the workbench. And that little knob there, when you spin that around, moves TIE Fighter on his cradle. And this is probably the most important, well, not there, the little mouse droid slot, just there. Grab the mouse droid, go through that little slot, it's in that room, and back, so, into the turret room. Only one like that. Wonder why they didn't put more in. I'll never know. And here we have the crane that does lift. And it's got the little hook that the rope moves through, and then you just twist it up and down. Smooth. I have to turn it with the left hand. See the lift go up and down, up and down, up. Nice little lever that is. And the mechanism for that is just in the back here. Just to a little bit more interesting. And there you have it. That is the Lego Death Star. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.